So what's up, people, and welcome to the Chapter 22 discussion of Monster Number 8, or怪獣8号. So Chapter 22 came out today, in fact, and I will leave a link to that chapter that's currently being shown on the publisher's official website, Manga Plus, for at least a few weeks for the North American audience. So if you're in the region and if you're interested, go take a look at it. But in any case, Chapter 22, Chapter 22 was quite interesting. I will call it the follow-up chapter or the epilogue chapter because it kind of closes out this entire action that was going on, this story that happened about the Team 3, right? This rookie team that went out on their first field mission. And when Monster Number 9 came and attacked and all mayhem occurred. And so this is kind of a closeout, and it was a very enjoyable chapter because of the fact that we got to see a lot of the characters after the battle. And of course, the most important one is Leno, right? Because he got seriously injured during the battle. And now we get to see him in the hospital recovering. And it was a very enjoyable scene to see him wake up, to see Kafka and Shinomiya sitting next to his bed, tending to him. And of course, this was a very enjoyable and heartwarming scene, and it results in Leno thanking Kafka because, of course, he rescued him as Monster 8. But of course, this results in a very awkward, somewhat cringy moment because Leno doesn't realize that next to him is Iharu. And Iharu's like, why are you thanking Kafka when he wasn't even there during the battle? We got saved by Monster 8. Why are you thanking Kafka? And of course now Leno has to come out with some outrageously strange explanation of why he's thanking Kafka. So this was quite interesting. Now what's interesting also is Iharu has kind of become a fan of Monster 8. He appreciated being rescued by him and of course was awed by his superior strength. So this of course results in an all shucks moment from Kafka. And Iharu once again is like, what are you getting embarrassed about? It wasn't even about you, And Shinomiya has to, slam Kafka in the head and go, what are you getting all excited about? So, it was a very enjoyable chapter. And I really do like this author for writing these very lighthearted moments that comes in after a relatively stressful, action-packed chapters that preceded it. And so that is the one part of the story. And then we eventually get to the celebration, basically the celebration of the success of the first field mission that Team 3 did. And from there, we start learning more about these other characters. Up till now, we haven't really gotten a chance to understand these other characters. And even in this chapter, we're not really getting an in-depth understanding, but we do get some more interactions coming. And what was interesting is, of course, Leno notices that eventually, although it starts out with a very lighthearted party sort of atmosphere, everybody eventually starts arguing about how somebody did something wrong, and it gets into some major arguments with regards to how the team needs to improve. And Leno takes to heart two things. One, that he always thought that it was just him that was very self-conscious of all of the mistakes that he did. But he realized that the other team members also had that same sort of feeling. And the other is, of course, he always felt that he needed to get better, that he was inadequate, but this desire to improve was felt by this entire team. And it was a very heartwarming comment that Vice Commander Hoshina said, which is, he laughs and says, every year we have this celebration, and every year the team that comes in always gets into an argument about how they can improve. Which is a very heartwarming statement in the understanding that all the members coming through are always worried about the mistakes that they may have made and want to improve to become a better team. And so this is a very good chapter. Maybe I've gotten a little bit too tainted over a lot of the different mangas that we had in the past where there's a lot of, ego building and politics. And there's always a few really pain in the butt sort of characters that come out, right? That are kind of the antithesis of the remaining number of people on the team. But the thing I liked about this comic is for the majority of the parts so far, we see that the team is very positive, right? You tend to like the characters, all of the characters so far that comes out, including Vice Commander Hoshina, despite the fact that he was the one that attacked Monster 8 in the previous chapters. And so these are very heartwarming scenes where you actually get some sort of feeling of bonding between the characters, and you get to like the characters even more. So I do like these closing and epilogue sort of chapters because that's when you get a much more sympathetic sort of personalities coming out. And of course, at the very end, Vice Commander Hoshina surprises the team by making a specific announcement. And I will not spoil you by telling you what that announcement is, and if you're interested, you should go take a look at it. But it does end with a major smile in Kafka's face. And so that was very nice to see. So chapter 22, yeah, it was a very good chapter. It's a closing chapter, so don't expect it to be full of great amounts of mystery, awe, or action. But I do like these types of chapters because it gives a balance between the hardcore, intense moments that you see during the battles, and then you get to unwind and see the people as they are after the battles. So anyway, that's chapter 22. And I'll continue to upload more chapters as they come out, and I hope you join me at that time. And until the next episode, happy manga reading, and as always, Jaya.